female rap sensation Sexyy Red just got robbed for $500,000. Who in their right mind would do such a thing to Sexyy Red? Well, according to reports, apparently the security guard, whose name is Carl Thompson, didn't do his job as a security guard while Sexyy Red was taking her mother out on a birthday retreat with all of their belongings, which is about $500,000 worth of belongings, were stolen. The masked suspect who entered the home or the Airbnb, the mansion, whatever it is, it's an expensive place. They entered that vicinity and they took things, champ. Yeah, they stole about 500K worth of merch belongings. All right. And it was nasty work. As a matter of fact, we're going to get into all of the chilling details regarding this situation. And if you have not hit that like button, I do advise that you hit that like button right now. Take a look. Sexyy Red was robbed of $500,000 worth of items after a birthday bash she hosted for her mom took a turn for the worse. According to documents obtained by people, Sexyy, whose real name is Janae Wherry, rented a mansion in Florida in January of 2025 to celebrate her mother's birthday with a birthday retreat. She hired security guard Carl Thomas to protect her family and friends, and he was allowed to bring 3 additional personnel to perform their duties more effectively. However, on January 12, 2025, a masked intruder entered the house through an unlocked door and stole $500,000 worth of items, including necklaces, charms, rings, bracelets, watches, and designer handbags. The legal filing accuses Thompson of negligence, claiming he failed to secure the door. A spokesperson for the rapper provided a statement to people saying, "I personally terminated Mr. Thompson's duties as a security guard following an incident where a mansion rented by Sexyy Red to celebrate her mother's birthday was burglarized by a lone subject who walked directly to an unlocked door while the party was out celebrating on yachts. Mr. Thompson was responsible for securing the property, however, failed in his duties to do so." So, I believe this is an inside job. I think most of us would draw the conclusion to this being an inside job. I just got to be real about the situation. Like, let's be real here, gang. We have to be honest. There's no way in the world that this security guard didn't let the suspect in or had no relations to the suspect. I believe in my heart of hearts that this was clearly an inside job. Now, Sexyy Red don't deserve this, and a lot of people are probably championing this because they don't like Sexyy Red. Trust me, I'm also not the biggest Sexyy Red fan, but that doesn't mean that she deserves to have her hard-earned earnings taken. I just gotta be real about the situation. Look, she's doing something nice for the woman who birthed her, showing her some appreciation. This happened during Sexyy Red's mom's birthday. She took her out on a birthday retreat, they call it. And as that's going on, as they're having fun, sharing memories, some hooligan, some dusty, miserable, shiesty wearing thug enters the home of Sexyy Red if it's hers, unless it's an Airbnb, and they take everything, champ. $500,000 in things have been taken. $500,000 in belongings were clean swept, right? They swept up the jewelry, the watches, everything. Took it. The Birkins, all the Birkins gone, champ, right? Birkins all expensive enough, pop. A whole 6 figures just to get one, right? And they took it. They took everything, champ. Yes, everything's gone. The mayor says lock up this hooligan, champ, whoever he is, right? He should be in jail, champ. Yeah, 1000% lock him up, gang. Yeah, and the security guard is a suspect. Lock him up, champ. He was already getting paid. Why is he using someone else to get a bigger bag, champ? You weren't hired to get someone to just take things, champ. You gotta be one of the worst security guards on the Craigslist app. I just gotta be real about the situation. As a matter of fact, does Craigslist even have an app? Like, that's honestly a site that was around since Axe Jeeves. If some of y'all are old enough to remember Axe Jeeves, that's how old Craigslist is, champs. I don't even think they have an actual app. But in my opinion, I think that's where the security guard came from. I think it's a Craigslist security guard, champ. I just got to be real about the situation, all right? Let's not pretend that this security guard can't possibly be a Craigslist hire. All right, he had one job. This might have been his biggest gig opportunity of a lifetime, and he messed that all up, gang. By the way, yeah, he messed it up because he wanted to be dusty, yeah, champ. I'm starting to believe this was an inside job. There's no way you just were just lollygagging as a security guard, and all of a sudden, some random ass man just figured that he could just walk in uninterrupted. All right, that he would just walk in that crib, run in that crib, however much speed he was doing into the home, champ. Well, I think you gave him the keys. Yeah, I think you helped him in, champ. I ain't gonna lie. I think you helped him in. I think when he was going through the window, you gave him a good boost. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, champ. I think you were assistant. Yeah, Carl Thompson. This is the security guard for Sexyy Red at the time who has since been fired. If you've been paying attention to what I read earlier. Yeah, man. This is nasty work. I just gotta be real, man. Listen, get better security. All right. Protect Sexyy Red at all costs, champ. Yeah, protect Sexyy Red. Because what did she do to deserve this? Oh, champ. Y'all out here trying to rob Sexyy Red is crazy, gang. I ain't gonna lie. What did she do to y'all, gang? That's nasty work, man. Listen, I would say give it back, but not possible. I refuse to believe that anyone's security detail is this trash. There's just no way. Your security detail can't be this awful. All right. He helped. He assisted whoever it was that broke into the crib and took everything, champ. That's how I'm looking at it, right? You didn't see me report on another robbery that happened recently too, which is crazy, right? Yeah, man, it's just a bunch of robberies going on when it comes to these celebrities and what have you, man. It's kind of wild, man. It's like these celebrities have become very vulnerable. You ever peep that, guys? I feel like the accessibility being so easy when it comes to celebs and just normal people, regular civilians in society, that now it's gotten to a point where they've opened themselves up to being robbed more. All right. To me, I'm just being real about the situation. Some of y'all might feel different. But I think that these celebs being so much more open with the general public versus before when they had way more mystique, way more mystery to them. Now it's like, yeah, okay, it destroys the value of the celebrity because people are so accustomed to seeing them. And now I guess they grow hatred for them now because that was almost like you have a rich friend that you just keep seeing that's probably not gonna benefit you at any point in time, which then grows into hate due to many people just not being confident in themselves enough. So you being robbed is, not only going to help someone else, like the person who did it, but it's also going to put smiles on the faces of people who are not doing as well as you because there's a lot of miserable people out here, miserable fans, people who continue to hate watch celebs that they claim they do not like. And it becomes an obsession now, a nasty obsession that is. Now it's just okay. I know your lifestyle. It becomes a very weird type of relationship with the fan, if we want to call them fans or stands to the celebrity. And now they feel like they know you all of a sudden. And it's very weird parasocial behavior, which leads up to this. We've also had constant break-ins of people going into people's houses. I mean, someone broke into Eminem's house very recently too. You dig what I'm saying? Like, it's not just Sexy Red. It's just a plethora of events that has happened in recent times when it came to fans or stands, trying to rob celebrities' houses, breaking into celebrities' houses. It's just been a constant thing. I think that this entire ordeal was set up by the security guard because he just couldn't have been so distracted that he didn't see nobody go in that house. To me, it's a setup, inside job. That's how I'm looking at it. That's how I feel about it. All right. I just gotta be real about the situation, gang. Gang. How do y'all feel about this in the comment section, man? Do you think the Sexy Red's ex-security guard, Carl Thompson, set Sexy Red up to be robbed of $500,000? Listen, gang, I need to know how y'all feel in that comment section. Make sure you're hitting that like button because it's very important to the mayor's channel. Hit the like. If you didn't hit that hype button, hit the hype because the hype button is also incredibly essential to the mayor's growth. And if you're brand new, champ, please hit the subscribe button right now. Turn on every single notification bell so you get all of the mayor's updates. And one more thing before we get all the way up out of here. Are you ready, gang? It's the mayor. The one and only real New York Mayor, F. Mom Donnie, and you're rocking with the town favorite Showface News is Big Gotham, and you already know it's the town versus everybody at all times. Make sure you hit that pinned link in the comments to join the Mayor's Discord, which is called Big Gotham because it's fire. I'm about to here, gang. Salute.